Hello, good afternoon, good evening, good morning. How's everybody doing today? Hi, Carla. How are you? Hi, Lisette. How are you, my friend? Brad, how are you? Hi, Kat. How you doing? I hope everybody had a nice weekend. Full moon. Hello. You're exhausted. Oh, there's so much energy in the air. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. I'm well, thank you. I'm well, thank you. Where do I even begin? Full moon vibes. Mercury going direct. Hi, Rachel. Hi, Tia. Tia, how was it on the full moon? Since we were talking about it the other day, you said you were going to be working with people. We were wondering how everybody's going to behave on the full moon. Bonjour, Mathieu. Ça va bien. Je suis un peu fatiguée aujourd'hui. Mal à la tête un peu. A little bit of a headache today. I can really feel the heaviness, right? Oh, the color's making my eyes pop? Yes. You know what it is? It's weird now that I have this paint color behind me because it changes a little bit of the coloring and then the lighting. You feel it too. So yeah, my eyes are really popping these days when I'm filming. They look very green or gray. Hi, Eleanor. Hi, Jose. How are you? Hi, Andrew. What's new in your world, Jose? I'm from Toronto, Canada, Andrew. You're at the pool, Anne. Nice. Oh, you're in Texas. Enjoy. Oh my goodness. Are you being punished? No, no. You're not being punished. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear about, obviously, your dad passing. Yes, you had mentioned that, and your husband having a heart attack. How is your husband? Is he okay? Unfortunately, sometimes these things happen, but they're not necessarily about us. They're about the soul contract of the person, right? Hi, Ella. Oh, I miss you too. It's a little cooler out today. It's hot out. It's hot here. So people were easily annoyed that night, but no energy. Yeah, I totally get it. Hi, Arpin. How are you? Hi, Sarah. Oh, I appreciate you too. Sometimes, unfortunately, things happen. And again, it's based on the person and their soul contract, and we have no control. Am I traveling? No, no. This is me sitting in my usual spot. It's just that I've had a little bit of a mini home makeover. And so all the wood was taken off the wall, repainted. I'm going to be putting up a big picture behind me at some point. I don't know how much of the picture you'll actually see when I get it, but it's just that I have new energy in my living room kitchen area here. You had a tough day today? It's hot out, Joanna. It's hot out. Hi, Anne. So tell me, what's the vibe? What's the word of the day here for everybody? Thank you. What's the word of the day? Did you have a good full moon? How do you feel with Mercury going direct, even though we won't feel necessarily much because it's not moving at all? Like it just stations and then it kind of just sits for a little bit, you know? It's too warm. Yeah, a little bit. You feel joy? My teeth are hurting today. I don't know if anybody else has that feeling. Hi, Jen. You deleted everything. Peace over pain. I get it. I'm proud of you. It's not easy to do. I'm assuming that there was still quietness on the other end. Retrograde was a shit show. I know. It was tough for people. Do I have a sinus infection? It's actually interesting that you ask that. No, I don't. I don't. I don't want to manifest anything, but if you've ever heard me tell the story about how every year, not this year yet, I don't even want to say yet, I've had a sinus infection in August around this time. This is like the first time that I haven't had one this year. What do you do if you live in Iran? Like it when it's hot? Mohammed, I mean, you do the best you can. That's a very good question. Hi, Allison. Thank you, Mary. I appreciate it. There we go. Positive mindset. That's amazing. Good for you, Matt. Hello. Hi, Em. How are you? Do I believe in fate? I do. Hi, Jennifer. How was your weekend? Hi, Selena. How you doing, my friend? Hi, Linda. Hi, MG. 8 weeks no contact and 4 weeks since the letter on Thursday. You just got to the point where you don't want to wait. I agree with you. Yeah, my teeth are hurting. Your canines hurt. It's for me, it's like right here. And that's not normal for me. So I'm really hoping that no, it's not a sinus infection. But I think it's the heat. I'm tired. I'm tired. I've been going through a lot. Like, I mean, I'm not the one doing the work in the house, but like organizing and living in chaos and trying to clean up, you know. The weather in Toronto's hot. Very, very hot right now. This is the thing, Jen. You got to just let it be. And his tooth is about to fall out. Maybe there's a teeth thing going on. Okay, so does anybody else have any sore teeth or like feel something with their teeth? Because we've got a couple references here to teeth. This is number 3 now. So thank you, Epic. I appreciate it. Your teeth too, Debbie? You're booked in for filling. Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's just, I can feel just a little, you know that when you feel like air pressure or something? You all took a nap. Yeah. Weekend was good. Got your daughter off. Oh, 6th grade today. Yeah, it's the first day of school in the US, right? Our first day of school is in like 3 weeks. I can't believe I'm going back to school. Hi, Meredith. You're grinding in your sleep? Oh, no. I think I might be too grinding a bit. I felt that. You've been having sensitive teeth lately? Okay, so it's a few of us. Thank you, Rocky. I appreciate it. You feel like you're biting down on your teeth when you're sleeping? Yeah, you too. It's funny. You too, Meredith. Okay, so it's not just so it's not just me. But today specifically, I feel a bit of a headache. I'm tired. A night guard would be a good idea, yes. Yeah. Your teeth feel sore? Okay, so it's not just me. Yeah, several patients had sore jaws today. There you go. I feel it. Like, I definitely feel it. You're tired too. Yeah, I've got some work to do after I'm done here. I'm not even finished. I've got things to do and organize upstairs and slowly getting back to normal. Slowly getting back to normal. All right, let's get into it. Let's see what the cards are saying today. I am very curious. I did do some filming today, and there is love in the air, but there's mixed feelings. Mixed signals is kind of how I would describe it. You just cleaned your teeth. Does that count? Well, I mean, teeth, I mean, maybe there's something to do with teeth. I mean, teeth are all about strength, right? This is the throat chakra area. Anything to do with teeth. You're very exhausted the last 2 days. Yeah, for sure. Hi, Elizabeth. How are you? So let's see. Queen of Wands, confidence right now. 42 degrees Celsius in Vegas. Oh my gosh, that's hot. Very, very hot. Hi, Kate Louise. How are you? Queen of Wands, confidence. How about this? Random poll, P-O-L-L, just in case anybody was wondering. I have to always clarify. On a scale of 1 to 10, what's your confidence level right now? What's your confidence? Hi, Nick. How are you? Because I think there is a bit of a hit to the solar plexus right now. And what I mean by that is personal power. There's a bit of fear in there. And I know confidence is actually sacral in the sense of like self-worth, self-value, self-respect, but something to do with the solar plexus today. I almost feel like there was this feeling of like being afraid of something, not having the guts for something. Good for you, Em. Exactly, Jose. Exactly. Okay. 8, 4, 2, 7, 8 or 9. Nice. Your stomach is hurting. I just have been feeling that. I feel like there's this fear in the gut, like right in the gut. Almost like maybe somebody felt like they got like ugh, like a hit to the gut, you know? 8 out of 10. Yeah, fear can paralyze, but 9, amazing, Mohammed. So there's definitely something in the air in regards to the solar plexus, I feel like. Okay, let's see what else we need to know. Emotionally attached to possessions. Okay, so when I was filming today, I was using this new deck. It's like an Intuit Oracle, but it's for like astrology and house placements and whatever. And I saw this card come out quite a bit. Somebody could be fearing lack. And that's kind of what I was saying earlier. Like someone feels like they don't have enough. They're afraid that they're not going to have enough. They're afraid to make a move because what if it's not enough? What if I can't have this? I want this, but what if I can't have it? There's a fear. There's a bit of a confidence issue at times. It also says on here, slow to let go. Like there's this fear of letting go. You know, wishful thinking. We you know, but what if? It's kind of the vibe, you know? No, Tracy, this is my house. This is my house. It's just that the wood is gone behind me. I've had a little mini makeover in the house. You visited your storage room with all your stuff and you miss it. Yeah. We get attached to different possessions, right? Material possessions or mementos, but it's an old story. And it's okay to like have good memories, but you have to be really careful that you're not living in an old story either, right? Yeah, I totally get it, Matt. It's all about pivoting, right? Conflicted. I told you, there's conflict in the air. What do I do with this? How do I handle this? Right? Yeah, fear of lack and grief over the letting go. Mm-hmm. Out with the old wood, surveying the new. Yes. Yes. Yeah, you know what I decided? I had some work to do in the house because remember I had a water issue. had to deal with my ceiling. Thought it was plumbing, wasn't plumbing. Turns out it was the chalking. I'll say chalking. I won't say the word because it sounds too spicy for social media. You never know. Thank you, Isabella. I appreciate it. So, were the kitties disturbed? Well, they were living in my bedroom for a week. They had to be locked in my bedroom for a week. So that was a little bit difficult. Yeah, choosing peace is the right thing, Jen. Yeah, water issues. They had to cut my ceiling open, check and see if it was the plumbing. We thought it was plumbing. Well, I didn't think it was plumbing, but a lot of people thought it was plumbing. And it was this huge debate. Hi, Pauline. Thank you. It was this huge debate as to whether it was plumbing or not. And I knew it wasn't plumbing. It's the window. Well, not just the window. There's a seam on the back of my home with stucco, and there's like, you know, holes in there, and so hi Veronica, how are you? Nice to see you. So basically, I finally got that worked out. So no, it's not the roof. It's not the roof. Why is it always choosing peace and never choosing a piece? I'd love to catch a piece. Who wouldn't? Hot water tank is leaking. Water's always emotions, right? Water's always emotions. Brad says, hi, Veronica. Yeah, I'm well. I've just been really, really busy. But that turned into, okay, I need to paint my ceiling. Okay, I need to change the trim, crown molding, baseboards, I painted my kitchen cabinets, put in new light fixtures. Hi, Brad, Veronica says. Um, and so what else? There was a few, I painted my laundry room, painted my basement downstairs. Not that I have a big basement. It's a very small area going to my garage. So it always it always starts with one thing and then you end up doing other things, you know? But yeah, geez, I know it was one of those moments. But the house looks so much better. And not only that, there's like new energy, you know? Hi, Dana. I'm well, thank you. How are you? So, any work in the boudoir? No work necessary. No, just kidding. Um, only in my bathroom, in my ensuite. There was a cabinet I had taken off the wall and just like patched up and just kind of like painted over just a little bit. Hi, Melissa. How are you? You're doing the same thing, painting kitchen, all walls in the house. Yeah, it needed it. It needed it. And it's new energy. I needed some new energy in here, and I'm really thankful. The guys who did the work did such an amazing job, and I'm very, very pleased. It really does make a difference. You're a master carpenter. We were talking about master energy the other day because I have a master electrician for a neighbor who's been really amazing and helping me with my lights. So, hi, Arjun, how are you? Yeah, you're tired? I know, Dana, so many people are tired. Advice for the week? Yeah, I posted the weekly reading last night. If you've not seen it, check it out. But my advice for this week, I'll tell you what it is. Hi, Gina. Hi, Jen. Hopefully I said hi to you. Listen before you speak this week. Observe. Don't open your mouth. Don't get involved in anything that's going to get you in trouble. Lean back. Something's going to pop up next weekend. If you go to I don't know if you watched, hi Steph, I don't know if you watched the weekly reading, but go to the weekly reading and look at I think it's like Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We had the Emperor and the Empress with counterparts. There's something about shocking or like, all I can say is, let's see where the week takes us. Thank you, Tori. I tell anybody who works in my home, I say, okay, my online family, if they knew you were here right now, they would be making every single joke imaginable about the scenario. I agree, Jen. I agree. So, hi, Julie. That's what we do, says Steph. I know. Yeah, the Emperor and Empress have been popping up together. Yeah, it's crazy. Oh, you're new, Isabella. Welcome. I have the best online family. I really do. Us? Never. Oh, I know how you guys all love to make stories about the people coming to work in my home. I have to warn them always. They're just kidding. Well, maybe. Hi, Fatima. How are you? See, Veronica said, welcome. It's a YouTube friend. Isabella, you got a welcome from TikTok. My online family on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram are amazing. They all support each other. Very kind. What's my level of confidence today? I feel good. I feel good. I would say about 8 or 9. We have an amazing family, Mike. We sure do. Let's see, potential or challenge. What do we need to know? Who's holding back? 4 of Pentacles. This is extremes of time, love, or money. So it's not all or nothing right now, but it's almost like some people are really in an all or nothing or holding back for a reason. You know? So. Nick, when I started to read that, I was like, what is Nick talking about? Nick said, we're all shaved from the same piece of coconut. If you know, you know. Coconut is our safe word. But I was laughing. But when I was reading, like, we're all shaved for, and I was like, where are you going with that, Nick? I love it. I love it. The shadow period is usually a couple weeks. It's going to be a little while. It's not going to happen overnight, right? That we come out of this Mercury retro, but it's going to start to get better. Right now, it's not really moving at all, right? So let's see. Okay, holding back, 4 of Pentacles. The potential is being highly productive. The challenge is not. How many of you feel productive right now? I think so, Mel. I do think so. But my advice, and if you saw the weekly, you know what I'm about to say. Don't get yourself in any drama. Any of you. Listen before you speak. Let people show you who they are. Nick just said, never trust a Sag. You never know what is going to come out of our mouth. Yes, Steph. Mike is on Insta. Yes. All right, let's see what else we need to know here. You feel productive? Good. Good. Realizations, a lot of clarity. If it makes you feel good, Jen, like if you're floating in the pool and you feel good and it's bringing you a sense of peace, then absolutely. Absolutely. You've woke up exhausted. Yeah, I have some things to do because I have the electrician coming tomorrow, and like I have to clean up in the other room upstairs, so. You feel zero product. Yeah, I get it. It's hard to be productive sometimes. But sometimes it's good to rest too. You don't always have to be go, 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 right? What we need to focus on today, well, there is work to do. God bless her for being able to stretch her legs like that. It's my electrician. It's not another. He's just coming back to put the last fixtures up. Oh my goodness, Kelly. Trees in your yard hit. Oh my God. Thank God it didn't hit the house. I'm glad you're okay. But wow, those are things to pay attention to. Mary, you're productive, yoga, Pilates workout. Now you feel lazy. Totally get it. Yeah, you're very fortunate. I'm glad you're okay. Yeah, we do, Pickles. We need to listen to our bodies for sure. A bit of a shocking session. Oh boy. Let's see. What do we need to know? We got work to do. Don't be stubborn. Don't be stubborn. I don't know if that's true or not about insurance, if it hits your house. I don't know. I would say it depends. I really don't know the answer to that. Last week you were let go of the company you worked for. You're truly looking forward to a positive message. Things happen for a reason, Johan. I know that it's not easy to hear and it doesn't solve the problem, but good luck is bad luck is good luck. Exactly, Kelly. Yeah. Yes, Erin. Absolutely. Positive vibes for your interview tomorrow. You thought I was going to say stretch the legs? I mean, you can stretch your legs if you can. Hey, listen, all power to you if you can. Do it. Do it. Just don't be stubborn right now. Feeling limited in self-expression. How many of you, oh, you do, you're a roofer. Okay, I wonder if it, does it, I mean, I don't know. Are you located in the US or where are you located? In Canada, I don't know. I really don't know. Oh, you meant with the electrician. No, he's just, he's a friend and a neighbor. He's a friend and a neighbor. But some people might be feeling limited in their expression, held back, which would not surprise me actually. Because a lot of the readings I saw today where it's like there are feelings that are held back. Somebody's not saying everything. That's why I'm saying be very careful that you don't like, Speak for other people. You don't jump in too quickly. Let others speak up. Nick, I won't repeat. I won't repeat. I read it mentally. I read it. I read it. Oh, you're in Texas. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what the rule is in Ontario, Canada, where I'm located. So the recent past is the Seven of Pentacles. The seed is planted, not going to harvest overnight. I think everything just feels so slow right now. No, shooting star, I'm not ignoring. I'm on 3 platforms at once. I can't do specific, like if you want to do a private reading with me and you want to talk about something privately or specific to you, then absolutely we can do that. So, thank you, Jessica. I appreciate it. That's right, Sag shenanigans. Let's see. So 7 of Pentacles is the recent past. The link is in my description. Link is in my description. Hi, Sarah. Oh, that's okay. You're here. You're here. That's all that matters. Sometimes, I don't know why, like TikTok won't notify people, Instagram won't notify people, YouTube, it goes in waves. So I'm so sorry if it doesn't notify you. So let's see. Distracted. You know what I said today in a reading? Oh, thanks, Selena. I appreciate it. You know what I said in a reading today that'll be posted soon at some point? If you want time to go by quicker, and I'm not saying we want to wish our time away, we definitely don't. You gotta put yourself out there and spark new energy, do new things. That's like what I always talk about with, you know, watching a pot of boiling water or waiting for it to boil. It takes forever, right? But then you go and cut veggies or do something else, and all of a sudden that water's boiling. Honestly, if you're feeling like things are moving slowly or it's painful, you gotta do something to spark new energy and focus elsewhere. Is Veronica the Empress? Well, she's beautiful. She embodies confidence. She's passionate. She's creative. So then, yes, absolutely, Brad. Brad, are you the Emperor? I look like a chocolate candy today. You know, it's funny. This shirt, I don't normally wear this color, but I do really like it. You were trying to cut a tie yesterday and they came back. Well, it's to test you. It's to test you. Hi, Demetria. Fall in love with yourself and your life. Exactly, Nick. Yes. Supreme optimism. Listen, optimism is important. Any kind of negativity right now, it's going to hold you back, right? You know what's interesting about the notifications? Sometimes people get notifications for videos, like while I'm in a session or something, and they'll be like, you just posted. I'm like, no, I posted that like 2 hours ago. Notifications, I don't know what is the algorithm and how they notify people, but sometimes I'll get notifications from my own videos, like on YouTube, like hours later. Hours later. I don't even know how they figure out notifications. Hi, Bree. How are you? All right. Yeah. Notifications are always in Mercury retrograde. You got it. Let's see what is the strength position. Oh, I thought that had 2 cards. 10 of Pentacles. I've been seeing this card a lot today. 10 of Pentacles is about your tangible fulfillment. You want it all, right? You have to let it in. You have to let it in. What choice do we have? It almost feels like there's distance where someone's like, I don't feel like I'm achieving enough. Does anybody feel that right now, where it's like it's not happening quickly enough, or I don't feel the abundance? Yeah, very good point, Isabella. You're right. Hi, Rick. How are you? If we want it all, we have to let it in. We have to take it all, Becca. We have to take it all. Yeah. Yeah, you've seen it too, Nick, the 10 of Pentacles? Yeah. Okay, near future. Near future. Hi, Miranda, how are you? Near future. Three of Pentacles, collaboration, working together and going to the next level. I have seen a lot of energy, and it was in the weekly reading about co-creation and collaboration. Co-create with the universe. What do you want? Put the energy out there. How do you know if the energy is off? Many ways. You feel it in your gut. You don't want to be around specific people. You don't want to walk into specific rooms. Brad says, let it in. Veronica, did you hear this? Are you here, Veronica? Brad says, yeah, Veronica, let it in. Wow, Brad. Yeah, if you question it, that could be a sign. So a lot of it, Pickles, is about being content with what we do and knowing that we're doing our best. I always say, as long as you're doing your best, how can anybody fault you? Hi, Lucia. I'm well, thank you. How are you? Like when I'm in a classroom and I'm teaching, I always tell my students, look, if you did the best you can, you prepared, you studied, you did, how could anybody fail you? You know? Yeah. And so if you are in a situation where you feel bad energy around you, then you have to make a conscious decision to take yourself out of the equation. My giggle? Oh my God. I laughed at myself when I was filming today. I had a giggle come out, or I was like, ah. And I was like, that isn't a typical Kelly giggle in her readings. I mean, it is in my day-to-day life, but it came out today and I laughed at myself. My giggle made me laugh, you know? Yeah, well then, Timo, you have to make moves for yourself, right? Yeah, no worries, Isabella. Hi, Rashmika, how are you? All right, let's see what else we need to know. Yeah, it's good to laugh, for sure. Oh, happy to see you again, too. Something tickled my fancy, apparently so. Apparently so. Oh, you did you, Sarah? Oh, Sarah, I would love to know these details. Oh, thank you, Lucia. I appreciate it. Thank you, K-Bear. I appreciate it. So, okay, Three of Pentacles, collaboration. You got to get rid of the stress. Why are you stressed about going to the next level? What is it that's stressing you about it? I mean, is it the unknown? No, Nick, you know that it wasn't. You're funny. All right, let's see what else we need to know. Highly self-aware. You are self-aware. Just keep yourself in check as best as you possibly can, right? I feel like somebody's at my door. I'm just waiting for a second because I'm like, do I have to get up? Do I have to go to the door? We've had some funny moments over the years, not recently, where like people come to my door and then I have to go answer, and then you guys hear the hear the conversation. That used to happen often. You hear that too? It could be pure later, but I don't know if that's for me or not. I can't see out the window. Hi, Arita. How are you? I'm well, thank you. No, there's nobody here working right now. Yesterday I had somebody here. The electrician's coming tomorrow to finish the lights. And then in a few weeks I have somebody coming back just to do a few touch-ups and stuff. No, I don't even know my neighbor. I really don't even know my neighbor. I saw him, but I did see him the other day, and I just mentioned to him like, hey, neighbor that I haven't seen in ages. But yeah. Hi, Renata, how are you? Yeah, oh, you mean 48 bananas on my doorstep with like thick blueberries as he described them? I remember one time, this is ages ago, like I mean a long time ago, I was on live sitting here and my door was unlocked and somebody that I had like gone on a date with at one point just like randomly came to my door while I was on live. I don't know if I don't think he opened my front door, but I think he basically like kind of just like surprised me at the door, and it was like, it was so awkward. Not that anything ever really came from that. Touch-ups, yes, Becca. Some touch-ups in a few weeks. Oh man, you guys are funny. All right, let's take a look at the suggested approach. What is the suggestion? Yeah, it was awkward. Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, exes always come back. The question is, do they come correct? That's the problem, is that they do come back, but do they come correct with something new to offer? It's pretty close to being finished, Lucia. There's some touch-ups to do and some lights that still have to go up and organization. Like, I gotta clean. I've already been cleaning and I still have things. And it's funny, whenever you're doing like painting or any kind of like renovations, isn't it funny how you can mop the floor, vacuum, steam, and you still see shit on the floor and you're like, how is this possible? Like, did I not just vacuum? Where did this dust come from again? Did I not just wash the floors? Where did this come from? Like, I don't understand where it comes from, because you could go over it and over it and over it and you still find things, you know? You just literally clean your floor, you get it? Yeah. So. Hi, Ikra. Nice to see you. I'm well, thank you. How are you? That is very true, Gift. That is very true. Oh, you're sweet, Ikra. Thank you. Thank you. So, let's see. Suggested approach is, ooh, you got to deal with this broken heart. I've seen the Three of Swords a lot lately. It feels like people are just generally hurt these days. You know? Let's see. It's all about perspective. Remember, again, good luck is bad luck is good luck. House repairs are expensive. You know what? In this case, no, it has not been. I've been very, very fortunate. Oh, no, I'm not in Germany. I'm home. I just had some work done on my house. No, I'm what you call a bargain shopper. Now, in home repairs, you don't want the cheap of the cheap because you'll get what you pay for. But I also don't want the expensive of expensive either. I can't afford it. So I'm very lucky that I have a neighbor who's an electrician. I have my friend's husband who can help me like move some cabinets around or to, you know, patch a wall or whatever. So I had another person that I've known for a while come and do some of the painting and the work. So it's nice when you have people that you know and that can help you and that give you a little bit of a break, you know? So no, this hasn't been very expensive for me. I was very selective, and anything that I did buy or change, I did bargain shopping. You know? Exactly, Brad. Good point. So, yeah, and that you can trust. Yeah, these are people that I can trust. Exactly. Exactly. Thank you, Fitzroy. I appreciate it. So, anyways, this says perspective. We need a different perspective on what that broken heart is, right? So let's see what else we need to know. You're trying so hard to be okay. It creates tough energy. What is it that, if you don't mind me asking, what is it that you're struggling with? Hi, Christine. It pays to have a collection of maintenance men. It's just that I'm lucky to have good people around me, you know? Jenny, oh my goodness, how are you? You know what? You popped into my mind the other day. I was wondering how you're doing. I would love an update. Let's see what else we need to know. Good to see you too. Emotionally expressive. So, suggested approach now is to express yourself. Now I'm thinking about Madonna. But express yourself. You know, speak from the heart. Family life, maybe midlife crisis. Well, Ikra, I don't know, I can't remember how old you are, but 35 range is where women really get the first dose of tower moments. A guy confused you? Okay, so that's what happened. So a lot of that comes down to having learned the lessons. Have you learned the lessons? You know, are you implementing the knowledge that you have? I would love that. I would love to hear the update and see you. I'm glad you're doing great. Hi, Teresa. How are you? Hi, Violet. Hi, Narendra. How are you? Hi, Robin. Nice to see you. Sometimes it happens that way where we don't see each other for a little while and then all of a sudden you see everybody come in. Okay, let's take a look at what do we need to know. I'm well, thank you. Retrograde kicked your ass. Everybody's been saying the same thing. It's been a tough few weeks, right? What do we need to know? The lovers. Very lovey vibes today. Today and tomorrow is one of those really dreamy kind of days. Deep soul connections, maybe even a decision in love. This has been described as like meeting your soulmate kind of energy. Not necessarily for everybody. But that's, so Ikra, that's then you needing to make boundaries. That's what that is. You're overgiving. And you're a Taurus, and that's what happens. I mean, I can help you with that if you need it, but you're not responsible for anybody's past heartbreaks. Just because someone's good to you doesn't mean that you're responsible for the things in the past, you know? There is some love in the air, Becca. This is true. You need to know about a relationship, not in one, but looking for it. In order to find it, it starts within ourselves, right? Because someone doesn't kind of fall from the sky and just fulfill us. It's about what we're doing to manifest the better. You know, I had a really interesting moment today that really pleased me. And whenever I'm working with someone consistently, and you can see that little shift has come, it's such a blessing and it's such a beautiful thing. Meaning, manifesting the better after all the hard work, something kind of comes in that signals the better or the next level, you know? So I would say, Robin, we're not fully ever healed. I would say that we are always in the process, right? We continue to grow and change. So are you putting yourself out there? Are you allowing yourself to be triggered? Because here's the thing, we can do all the healing. We can read a lot of books, watch a lot of videos, talk a lot about it, but we need people to trigger us. And that's kind of what we're talking about with Ikra. You know, like Ikra just said, he invaded my boundaries and asking for forgiveness for what he did in the past. So what we allow, right, dictates the behaviors. As I always say, knowledge is power, but what you do with that knowledge is even more powerful. Oh, the color of my nails? I don't know what it's called. It's a glass nail, so it's kind of red, but kind of fuchsia. So they have that glass effect. But thank you. Thanks, dear. I appreciate it. Well, Mohammed, sometimes it's not just about moving on. I think that, yes, there's truth in what you're saying, but it's not a matter of just like, oh, move on. Because like, it's not easy to just do that sometimes when you care about someone. But you have to ask yourself, what are you willing to accept and not willing to accept, you know? Okay, Sarah. Sarah, Sarah, send me an email, okay? And I'll reach out to you too, but send me an email just so that I have it, because I can schedule you like right away. So whenever you're ready, we'll make it happen. I'm looking forward to it. Oh, you emailed me, but did you email me that you were ready for the next one? Because I did read your last email. Maybe I didn't read it correctly. I'm so sorry. I didn't realize you wanted me to pick another date. Okay, I will give you my next date. Sorry, that's my bad. I apologize. I wasn't sure. Okay. Everything is timing, so I will be in touch with you. And I will send you my next available. So, you're widowed almost 8 years, focused on relationships, not just romance, but friends. Yeah. And that's the thing, we can't pour ourselves into everyone else, right? He was cheating, going partying, and all you can forgive, but he promised and broke it and proposed you and then ghosted and confused. So, I mean, Ikra, not to get too deep into that in front of many other people, but if someone's cheating and going out partying and you've forgiven and they still continue to do it, the boundary issue is necessary. And that boundary issue is not just don't do it again. That boundary issue is you have to mean what you say and say what you mean. Because unfortunately, things like cheating, I'm not saying that once a cheater, always a cheater, because I do believe there can be circumstances. But I would say to you that more than likely, that's a behavior that will continue. You know, you've got to put yourself first, because that's something where it doesn't change overnight. You know? Hi, Julissa, or Julicia. It's your first time here. Welcome. I have the best online family. And I love that Dana welcomed you. Perfect. Hi, Beverly. How are you? So we have the Lover's card, like we just said, in the what do we need to know position. Let's get another card and see. You're welcome. One day. I did a whole speech about this in a reading that I filmed today, and I can't remember verbatim what I said. Look, we want that one day, right? We would love for that to come to fruition one day. But the only way to attract that ideal union with another person is by union with self. You know, hi, Roseanne, how are you? It starts within ourselves. And as I was saying in this video today, or one of the videos, look, walls are a problem, okay? Walls don't do anything for you. Boundaries are necessary. Boundaries allow growth. Walls just keep you stuck. Dora, I know, it's nice to see you. I haven't been on as much lately because I've been so busy with all the work being done in my house. It's finally starting to get back to normal now. Then there's an underlying belief within you that you attract those individuals. Like there's something within you that doesn't feel like you deserve the best. It's a root issue from something else from a long time ago. You know? If you need walls, you must be ready to take each brick out. Exactly. This is true. Thanks, Anne. Variety. I understand that we want... Oh, no, you're not interrupting, Ikra. You're not interrupting. You're in the right place with the right people. We care. Union within yourself means, Erin, that you're not reliant on external validation or waiting on somebody or, you know, needing fulfillment from external things. You have to spark new energy, or not you specifically, but one has to spark new energy, put themselves out there, allow themselves to be triggered. It's hard. It's hard. Exactly, Sarah. And you know, it's funny, your connection to your ex-husband sounds similar to mine. We're very amicable, no drama, even after everything. It's all good. It's all good. So understand that you've got to put yourself out there with different options. I know you want one day with a specific person, but if you're still holding on to that one day, it's getting in the way of your other possibilities. Yeah, Nick just said, you create fulfillment and joy in your own life. Anyone else will just add to it. Somebody's got to bring something to you, right? You've been getting triggered all day. Yeah, Dora, I mean, we had this full moon. It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. And we had, of course, Mercury retrograde for the last few weeks. You're setting boundaries. Good for you, Roseanne. I'm proud of you. You're moving forward, whether they move with you or not. There you go. So hope and or fear, judgment. I mean, you could take it literally and say nobody wants judgment. This is all about a wake-up call. This is about a wake-up call. Are you ready for the transformation? You might get news. You might get something that comes in to tell you something. A lot of retrograde. Yes, it's not even just Mercury retrograde. Brad just said, oh, geez, let's talk about that one day Veronica left me at the altar. You know, Brad, you got to get over that story. It's getting in the way, Brad. It's getting in the way. you know? So, of course, everything will work out. Everything always does work out. Wake up calls can be scary, but you know why? Because we don't listen. We don't listen to the signs when they're being shown to us. Walls. Veronica had a wall up. Is that what you're saying, Brad? Okay, Erin, anytime you're ready, I'm ready. Because I mean, this is about letting go, right? This is the thing. It's I would say if we're still holding on to something, we have to ask why. Why are we holding on? What are we afraid of? Because a lot of this comes down to fear. Because we cannot force, it's trying to control things, right? And that's the problem. People are trying to control the situation and not respecting or listening when there's no capacity or someone just simply chooses not to. And that's hard. It's hard for us. And I think sometimes we say like, well, why can't it just be so simple? Like, why can't it just be like this? Well, the universe gives you what you need, not what you want. Old stories get in the way, but how do you get past them, Maria? You choose to. That's what it comes down to, sparking new energy. Yeah, Nick just said we hold on because at some point or at some level we feel we still need it. But again, I don't want to go into hard-ass Kelly mode, but I'm trying to gather my words here. It's a very triggering statement when I say this. So I say this with love and kindness. And I can speak from my own perspective. And you're right. Yes, Renee, letting go of expectations and the outcome. In my own history, Sarah's like, do it, hack away, do it. Look, we're not thinking of anybody else when we're trying to force something. It's almost like we're being selfish because when people, Mel's like, go for it. Go for it. Tough ass Kelly, hard ass Kelly, life hack mode activated. Yeah, I understand, Erin, but at some point you got to let it go. And I know that that's hard. But we are a little bit selfish and we want people to do what we want them to do. And that's not how it works. Do you like to be told what to do? Do you want someone to force you? You know? And I feel like to some extent, and I'm trying to put the shoe on the other foot, I don't like it when I'm forced. It takes the joy out of things for me. Like if I feel like somebody is like hammering me, and I don't mean that in a spicy way because I know all of you will go there, but hammering at me, you know, to do something I don't want to do or giving energy to me that just doesn't feel, I go the opposite direction. So my point is, we do this sometimes out of selfishness because we're trying to force the other person into conforming to what we want. And you're right, Roseanne, not everybody's going to like the changes you make, but those changes are for you and for you alone. You don't have to do anything for anyone else. And yeah, full moon Zoom mode activated. I know. I wish when I was going through my awakening or the beginning of this journey or twin flame journey, I wish if I could give any piece of advice to anybody. Hi, Carmen. Thank you. It's nice to see you. It's nice seeing a few people come in today that I haven't seen in a while. And that is, I'll pass this advice along, even though I know it may not totally sit with all of you. I wish I had listened to the person. They told me to my face, Kelly, I can't give. Nothing good can come of the situation. Why do you let me do this, Kelly? And but I love you, but you know, and I'm trying to convince and I'm trying to force and I'm not considering what cultural, you know, pressures this person had. I'm not considering their lack of capacity. I'm not considering their trauma. I'm not considering their dismissive avoidance. I'm not considering anything other than myself. And if you guys were really honest with yourselves, again, rhetorical question, unless you feel you want to answer. how much are you really thinking of that other person versus how much you're really thinking about yourself and your own needs? And I say that to you really with love and respect, because this is a conversation I have every single day of my life, multiple times a day. We're trying to make things fit because it serves us, not the other person. And a relationship is a two-way street. Two people have to choose each other to work through things. It cannot be one person trying to pull somebody, that didn't look good, sorry, pull up the cake. You know, it's just that we don't want to let go. That's all it is. And Nick just said, we spend so much time worrying about the wasted time. It's like I always give this example. It's like Shark Tank or on TV, or like Dragon's Den in the UK or Canada. Look, you go into the Shark Tank and you say you invested $2 million in something, and the sharks are like, whoa, okay, like you got to cut it off right now. And you're like, no, I've come this far. That's the problem. People don't understand when to, you got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them. And unfortunately, people want to force something because they've put an investment. And you're right. We've wasted many years people pleasing, Roseanne. I totally get it. But you will make it, even financially. Everyone, and I understand it. It's tough to live financially difficult situations. I live in them. I know I've had many times where I felt like I couldn't pay my bills, but I can tell you that you will always make it if you really look. You got to make it or break it. You're going to make it. You can't worry about the who, what, when, where, why, and how. It's not wasted time if you learn the lesson. That's a good point. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's tough. It's really tough. But if the relationship is that difficult, Ikra, then that tells you something. I'm not saying things are going to be easy. They're not supposed to be easy, but they're not supposed to be this hard. Right? So the Judgment card is like that wake-up call, and you can have new beginnings. You really can. Are you willing to put yourself in new beginnings? It's just that, again, people want to start, they want to start with something solid, right? It makes sense. And oftentimes people don't want to start at zero because they feel like they're starting over. But what I always say is, you're not starting at zero. You're starting with knowledge you didn't have before. You can't tell me that you don't know. And I know that sounds harsh, but you can't tell me that realistically you don't know. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. If I'm allowing the same thing over and over and over again, there has to be a level of responsibility to say, hey, listen, okay, I have a part in this, right? Yeah, learning lessons are needed for growth. Nick just said part of that is also not getting closure. And no offense, and when I respond to this, Nick, and that is, you don't need closure from another person. Closure does not come from, why do we give so much power to somebody else? Choose me, choose me, choose me, close it out, be good to me, to break things off, be honest, apologize. And I'm not saying those things aren't wonderful. You don't need anybody to do that for you. You don't need anybody to apologize. You don't need anybody to give you closure. It is you and only you who can decide what is best for you. If you are waiting on somebody to apologize for whatever, if you're waiting for somebody to give you closure, you're giving everybody your power. You're giving them your power. So next time, think about it. It's why I always say I don't like forcing apologies. Don't should on anyone. Yeah, I know it sounds like don't shit on anyone. Don't should on anyone. Because the second you're shoulding on someone, well, they should apologize. They should apologize. You should apologize. Yeah, you want an apology from somebody that you shoulded on? Like, if you force an apology and they give you an apology, does that really mean anything to you? Like, if it doesn't come from their own volition, like, what does it mean? And if we're sitting there going, I need an apology, well, what does that really mean? You know? Yeah, it's a costly lesson, Nick. It really is. But, and I know you're right, Roselle. We stay for many reasons. We do. We think we're doing the right thing. And I understand the effort or the trying. Yeah, it's definitely a Kellyism. I know, Minka. It's been around for a long time. Don't should on anyone. But my point is trying to do something over and over again, expecting different results, right? What do they say? The definition of insanity, right? And as you know, I don't say these things to trigger and to hurt anybody. I say these things, hi Tanver. I say these things out of love, respect, and honesty because I want you to have the best of the best of the best. I want you to have the best. If I don't tell you, who is going to tell you? Seriously. How many people lie in readings and videos and lives and tell you everything you want to hear? You're not here for that reason, and you know you're not here for that reason. Right? Hi, Mel. It's been so long too. I know. Oh my gosh, I thought about you recently. So many people are coming in that I haven't seen in a while. Bye, Brad. Brad says, bye, Veronica. Oh, thanks, Kay Louise. I appreciate it. Yeah, my nails. They're a really cool color right now. But I tell you the truth because I believe that's what my purpose is. I could lie, I could say things just for the sake of saying them. I could double charge way more than I charge right now. But I don't for a reason. Because what you're going to get from me is real. That's the difference. And I stay in my own lane. Whatever people do is whatever they do with their own business. But all I can tell you is that you're not coming to me for fluff. Right? Thank you, Philip. Hi, Cheryl. Thank you, Kay Louise. I appreciate that. So the hope and or fear is structure of ego. It's letting go. Ego is just fear. That's all it is. It's just fear. I appreciate it, Junior. Thank you. Yes, Julie. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you for reminding me. Exactly, Erica. You said you were here with the right people, right, today to talk about these things. Yeah. That's why we are the online family that we are, right? I would love that. I would love that, Foxy. Let's do it. It's hard to hear the truth. It is. I know. Oh my gosh, I've heard so many stories over the years of people who said, Kelly, when I first saw you, oh my gosh, I'll never forget one. Kelly, I followed you, I unfollowed you. I followed you, I unfollowed you. I followed you, I unfollowed you. And then I booked a session with you. You came in at the right time, Julie. Exactly, exactly. And I'm laughing because I never say anything to hurt anyone. I say it because my responsibility is to give you the best. Sometimes we got to hear things we don't want to hear. You got it. The longest journeys from the head to the heart, Sarah. It's all worth it. It's all worth the work, right? That's right. I appreciate it. Being hack, let me tell you, is not easy sometimes. It's not easy sometimes. I go to bed at night and then I'm like, oh, did I say that or why did I? But it's for a reason. I have to sometimes be that. Oh, I appreciate that, Mika. I have to give my best. If I don't, then it's not, to me, it's not good enough. Exactly, Jose. The hack is necessary from time to time. So. It's hard, Ikra. I know it's hard. Thank you. I appreciate it. Let's see. What is the probable outcome? Oh, I appreciate it, Sarah. I love you guys. Listen, if I didn't care, I wouldn't argue it. I wouldn't debate it. I wouldn't talk about it. I would just say whatever anybody wants to hear. It takes a lot of effort for me to be hard-ass Kelly. You have no idea. But it's something that I pride myself on. I do my best, Mel, and you're doing amazing. And look how many of you are doing amazing. You should be so proud of yourself. I just filmed a video today where it came out through the reading. How have you changed in the last year? Tell me something you're really proud of that you've done in the last year. Yeah, it's been a while. I think it's been a while. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, Andrea. I try my best. Give yourself credit. What's something you've done in the last year that you can tell me that you're really, really proud of? But Ikra, that's part of the triggering, and you're more knowledgeable and wiser than you were before. Now you know better. We come back stronger, Roseanne, exactly. I learned how to walk again, was determined not to give up, and now you even drive. Amazing, Julie. I'm very proud of you. That's tough to do. Congratulations. That takes strength. Yeah, Nick just said upholding boundaries, finally. Good seeing you too. Good seeing you too. So Amy, you've been alone for 8 years. Any man in your future, are you willing to let it in? That's what it takes. Triggering yourself, putting yourself out there. So Jennifer said, done a ton of healing from all kinds of trauma. Amazing. It gets better every single day that you try. You stopped biting your nails. Amazing, Maria. You sold your house, Carla. Fantastic. Putting yourself first, Roseanne. That's what it takes. Dana just said, way too many things. I don't even recognize who I was 2 months ago. Thank you, Amethyst. I appreciate it. Learn to love myself, said Sarah. Open myself up to new friendships. Yes. 2 weeks ago, Becca, I agree. I hear you. Listen, I always say I wouldn't go back to last week, last month, last year, 5 years ago. You couldn't convince me. There's not one time that I would go back to. Good for you, Mike. That's amazing. You're getting so much better with your guitar. It's wonderful to hear that. You're welcome, Ikra. Anytime. I can help you anytime you need it. I know it's hard, Julie, but look what you've done. Look what you've done. You're working on forgiving your ex-husband. It's not easy to do. It's not easy to do, but anything is possible. So Erin said, small, but I've returned to the gym and I'm doing some hobbies again. That's not small at all. Like, sometimes there are people who can't or won't. Who won't. So the fact that you've already done that, Erin, I'm very proud of you. That's amazing. And you became a solo parent. Hey, listen, that's a tough job. So don't, none of you should ever sell yourself short. You've done a lot of good things, even if they're small. So the probable outcome in all this, a little bit of a rest, the hangman energy, there will be some clarity that comes your way. Because right now we're kind of in the middle. You learned how much you lead with love even after being dragged through hell. Always got to lead with love, compassion. How often does my background trauma impact my day-to-day, Maria? Like, as in, like, me personally? Here and there. It depends. I have my moments where I'm triggered. Definitely. Definitely. But I also know how to keep myself in check. That's one thing that I'm very blessed with, is that I can basically pinpoint when I'm being an asshole or when I need to, like, rein it in, or when I need to, stick up for myself, or, maintain a boundary. Because now I don't really have a choice in my mind. I don't have a choice. If I got to make it or break it, I'm always going to make it. I'm going to have a bad day every now and again, but I got to learn from it. There's no excuse. For me right now in my life, speaking for myself, there's no excuse. Yeah, celebrate our wins. Every inch counts. Sure does, Nick. Sure does. So we are going to get some clarity. It's just going to take a little bit of time. Let's see. Only you. I think we had that card earlier. Why do I feel like we saw that already? Did we not? Is that a second? Oh, one day. Same type of idea. Only you. Look, in this context, you're going to have a change of perspective on what you thought was only you or only them. The way you think it's going to turn out, and it's hard for me to say this to you guys sometimes. You think it's going to go one way, and I can tell you it's going to go a different way. But that doesn't mean that it's not a good thing. The universe gives you what you need, not what you want. So just because you think it has to be this way or this person doesn't mean that that's how it's going to turn out. And that's going to be the biggest lesson that's going to teach you all the things you need to know. When you're exhausted, Kelly, you have no choice but to get up and fight. Well, you would think so. Not everybody has that mentality. I would hope that people do, but I also know that the reality is that not everybody has the fight in them because they're afraid. Hi, Val. There's fear. It really depends on the situation and the person, you know? And let's see, what else do we need to know? Probable outcome. A Taurus never thinks that things are going to go a certain way. Never, ever, no. Oh, they're going to ride that. They're going to ride that to the very end, even if they're wrong, Mike. Progressive. I love that. You have to think, what if it's good? Like, how do you know something's not going to be the best thing that ever happened to you? How do you know something's not going to be the best? Like, you have no way of knowing. Stop giving yourself the reasons why you can't do something versus the reasons why you can. And I know it's easier said than done, but like, if you don't like the situation and you don't like the behaviors, you don't like the relationship, the way that it's going, nothing changes if nothing changes. Hi, Amy Jo. Hi, Lee. Guten Abend. How are you? Exactly, Kim. As a Taurus, I congratulate you for that because it's not easy. But yeah, progressive, new horizons. There's new beginnings. You just have to be open to the possibility of a new perspective or a change, right? Okay, let me just grab these Moonology cards. Let's get some last bit of guidance before I go. I gotta go upstairs and clean. It's so hot that your phone turned off. Not surprised, Jenny. I mean, like, the weather is just crazy right now. And then when it's wintertime, depending on where you live in this world, then we're all gonna complain it's too cold, right? So let's see. Surrender. I don't know if I need another card, honestly. What's at the bottom of the deck? Take time to breathe out. Surrender. Let go, let God, let the universe take the wheel. Trust the process. As I roll my eyes at myself, trust the process. It's very hot in Europe. Yeah, it's hot. It's hot here too. Too hot. That's true. You're in BC. You don't even get a white Christmas. Yeah, I know. Well, sometimes it's only money when you're talking about like divorce and all that. And I know money's important. I don't like to say anything flippant about finances, but ask yourself, how much do you want to fight in a divorce? It's not worth it. So your daughter used to cry for snow. Oh man. I mean, listen, snow is beautiful. It just depends on whether it's a snowstorm or just a little dusting, you know? Hi, Michael. Good evening. Well, my friends, I got to get going because, like I said, I've got things to do. I hope that you're all able to rest and have a wonderful evening. Maybe reflect on some of the things that we talked about today, even though I know that they're triggering or difficult, but you know, everything is going to be okay. Thank you. You too. Nick just said, my divorce cost me plenty, but it was definitely worth the investment. There you go. Oh, thank you so much, Lee. I appreciate that. Yeah, money you can always make. This is true. There's certain things, like, you have to look at it from a different perspective. You know, it was nice seeing you too. Thank you. As always, you have no idea how much I appreciate all of you, how much I think about all of you. Even if I can't make it on live, it's not far from my heart. I'm always talking about my online family, you know, even to the lovely workers I had in the house last week. All I kept saying was, I have this amazing online family. I can't go live right now, or I'm going to try to go live, like that day that I was upstairs when they were working. Yeah, the Lionsgate energy was crazy for sure. Thanks, Nick. You too. So I love you too, Ikra. Ikra, it's going to be okay. That's right. Listen this week more than speak. I totally support that advice. Yes. You too, Jose. What are you having for dinner tonight? Thanks, Mick. I appreciate it. I appreciate you all too. Thanks, Julie. I appreciate it. I do my very, very best. I really do. I have very good intentions. Ooh, Greek food. Actually, my electrician is Greek. We were talking about Greek food recently. Interesting. Thank you, Erin. Have a wonderful night. Okay. Okay, I'm going to email you, Sarah, and we'll set up a date. Hi, Nikhil. I would if I could right now, but unfortunately I have to go. But thank you, Nikhil, for the question. All right, everybody. I'm going to say goodbye to Instagram first. You got it, Mike. Exactly. All right, my friends. Have a wonderful rest of your night, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Okay, YouTube. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate all of you. Take care, and we shall speak soon. Okay? Okay. Bye, guys. Oh, I got all these notifications popping up. Bye, guys. Thank you to my moderators. I appreciate it. Bye.